Yes, that is what we're talking about. I wanted to, what is the first step in developing your emotional intelligence?
Well, there are 4 competencies, according to Daniel Goleman and Peter Salovey. And the first of those is developing self-awareness.
Okay. And so how would you do that? Tell us what you mean.
Well, you would start to pay attention to what you're feeling and thinking and start to label the things that you're feeling as, disgust, anger, fear, hope, love, an emotion, so that you could identify what it is that's going through you right now. Unfortunately, the system that we grew up in doesn't do much to support that kind of self-identification.
Right.
12 years of math, 0 years of conflict resolution, emotional intelligence. So kids are left to their own devices to work through what it is that's going on for them. And there's not too many resources to get self-awareness.
So then how would you teach yourself to recognize these different feelings? How can you work on that?
Well, one of the things would be to shut down other sources which tell you wrongly what it is that you should be feeling.
Meaning other people and outside influences, or?
Other people, certain types of media. By the age of 12, a 12-year-old girl will have watched 12,000 hours of television, of which wouldn't be the most wicked conflict resolution modeled on TV or,
right.
Self-awareness. So
sometimes that's your mentor. So for some people, they spend a lot of time watching TV, and that's where they learn different things.
Well, 12,000 hours is a lot of mentoring by the age in grade 6. So that's one place that would counterbalance self-awareness. Self-awareness would come just from being quiet.
Right.
Really paying attention to it. And
what's going on in your head? Those voices in your head, which are normal.
Yeah, for some of us.
For some of us.
And, little boys are even worse off because they start off with, words like hate, I like, I hate. And, it doesn't do really justice to the range of emotions that would go through a kid. Little girls are more supported in emotional expression and developing empathy. But males, as they grow older and older, become worse and worse at identifying what's going on for them. And, of course, they become less self-aware of what's going on for them, and in turn become incapable of identifying what's going on with others because they can't even understand themselves.
So why is it important to recognize your feelings at work? You always hear that you should, cut out the emotions if you want to be a good business person or whatever. Take the emotions out of the equation. Why are we talking about the opposite here?
Mostly because society and culture in general supports a left brain way of thinking, which is rational, logical, analytical, dissect, poke holes in things. And because up until the age of 18, 20, there is no training, there is no exposure to these other skill sets, which literally break relationships, break companies.
Right.
Mergers broken because 2 CEOs can't get along. Because society supports that heavy focus on that, people aren't good at it when they get to work, so they sanitize the place of emotions, mainly because they can't cope, deal, alter what's going on, so they would marginalize it and try and find another logical solution. Logic has no place when emotions are at the table.
Right.
Other
exactly.
skills.
You can't rid your body of emotions. It's not really that easy to do.
No.
You're still thinking them even if you're compressing them for the day at work or whatever else.
And so are others. And so skillfully dealing with other people's emotions is essential for moving up the ladder or influencing relationships.
Definitely, and not very easy. So we're going to talk about it coming up after the break. We're going to get into a little bit on self-management, so you want to stick with us for that.